Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Camp Patton Family Compound. It's Monday Night Fireside Chat time, and tonight's topic is tempered glass jars and cookware. And I got Tammy here with me from Rebel Canners. And I got something special here. Everybody knows my big half-gallon water bottle here. When I want cold water, I got a mason jar with a special lid on it.
Oh, nice.
I can just drink right out of it. This is one of my mom's. Hang on, I see artifacting going on in the green screen. This is one of my mom's freezer jars that she had. I want to use a tougher one because I said I don't want to have it one of those new modern ones where you bump it, it shatters on you. So I want something that's going to, if I bump it or one of the grandkids bumps it, it's not going to break on me. Yeah. Let's see who all's in here. Over here. So first one in was Walt Rogers. Second one in was Mark at Mad Chick Acres, and he was also third at Chef Tech. Then he shifted over to Tammy's side. So he's giving you some watch hours over there. Let's see here. Kalen Strain came in. Phelan Clan Wolf came in, and he checked in properly. Folks, if you're going to lurk, at least let us know you're lurking. Check in. Hit the thumbs up, and let us know you're lurking. Geeky Gardens came in. Tina Ladybug came in on Tammy's side. Gwen Nelson is in on Tammy's side. Elena M is in on Tammy's side.
Hello.
So we're about split 50-50 so far of where everyone's coming from.
Oh, that reminds me. I'll be. I can hear you, but I'm off camera.
Okay. Yeah. Hang on. What do I got? Hang on. I got to read Kaylin's comments. Okay. So my mom had brown glass cookware. Yes. I remember the old brown glass cookware. That was the good stuff. She even had a skillet coat of a nonstick coating in it. Yeah. And somehow we're going to talk about, too, what happened to that brown stuff, which was at least the brown stuff my mom had back in the 70s and 60s was Pyrex. All capital letters on it. The real Pyrex stuff. And I'm going to talk about what happened with that stuff today, too. Oh, Visions cookware. Yeah, there's that, too. And then, of course, we're going to talk about the blue jars, where they came from. So, somewhere near her. And Swaffer Homestead is in here. Hey, how you doing?
I did a whole video on that special blue glass.
I must have missed that one. I got to go back and look at it.
It's an early one.
Yeah, okay. I got to go back and dig that one up. You know, I found out if you do something, at least I've done it on some of my members videos. When I put members only videos out, and I change it from members only to public, it brings it up to the front. It brings it up to the front. So if you take an old one, I'm going to try it on one of my others. Take an old one, make it limited or make it members only, and then bring it back and see if it jumps up as a current new video that nobody that most of my viewers have not seen because it was one of my first videos. We'll see if that works.
I've also redone a few because my quality has went up since I've learned how to video. So
yeah, I have a couple of videos that I did that there was about a month or two there where YouTube had changed their information when you're uploading that stuff, and they were giving misinformation, and it kept saying my video was too large. And it's supposed to be saying my thumbnail was too large, but it kept saying the video was too large. So I kept reducing the quality of the video. And I don't know if I still have the original video anywhere, but yeah. So a couple of mine are really bad, quality, that I need to redo anyways. I have a drinking jar. This is a second broke one. Too many hot drinks in it. And Gwen says, I think it's supposed to be brand. Yeah. Okay. G and B are right next to each other. Brand, she still uses. Yeah. And we're going to talk about Anchor as well today, too. So let's get over here and shift this over. There we go. Oh, and there are some interesting videos on Pyrex cookware shattering and how to tell whether you have the old stuff or the new stuff. So I'm not going to repeat all that. I just may mention some of it, but there's probably about 10 of them that I saw that are really good. And the one does some really quality stuff. She goes, this is one on old one of mine. I'm going to test it to see if it's, and it survived. All right. Yeah. So let's go over here and look and see. Yes. Oh, ow. Yeah. One of the problems with this is you got the glass turntable, which is at a different temperature than the Pyrex Anchor Corine bowl, which so basically what you need to do is just put a hot pad in there under it,
or you're cooking something with no liquid.
Yeah.
And so there's nothing but air circulating in there, and that's not distributing the temperature evenly.
Yeah, I can see on my monster screen here the water droplets on the side of the container.
Okay,
so
I can't.
it was steaming at least.
Yes, but that's probably why it didn't have it had air convection, but not that water. To hold
and didn't have good conduction of the heat to heat up evenly.
Yes. That was the word I was looking, not convection, but conduction. Convection, but yeah.
Well, it was getting the convection around it in the air moving, but it needed
wasn't
the conduction.
Getting that conduction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Thor Haven's here. Hey, Darren. All right. Let's see. Look at another one. Yes. I think everyone can see the remains of that one all over the place. And looking at where it's at, I would say they were probably doing a cardinal sin and had it on the burner. Whether it was with the burner on or it was just putting it on the cold metal of the burner that did that.
Hot oven, cold cast iron burners, not a good combination.
Yeah. Again, thick towels or hot pads. There's a reason for them, folks. All right. Mark, I got a whole thing on that coming up here. Dates and everything else on it. All right. Let's see another one here. Yeah, I got a couple other ones. Oh, let's set it in the sink and run some water in it. No. Do not do that. And the other one here on the right here, I can see the bottom of the pan still there. Because I can read the reverse stamp on it. As you're looking through the pan, you read it in reverse. I can see that on there too. But yeah, it's just that you have to treat the stuff with respect. It's not bulletproof. As much as we wish it.
Yep.
All right. So, and then of course there is the mason jars. I don't know if anybody
happened to me this week. That happened to me this week. I cried and cried because it was one of my old ones. I finally gave up the ghost to the canner.
Yeah. I can read backwards in here. This is a brand of a certain bouncing, you know what I'm talking about. But let's go here. Okay, that was the last I had on that. We're going to go to the other stuff now. Give me a second to pull back and get that out of the way. Now, interesting thing on a side note here, before I jump into the information, but I'm going to get it pulled up here so I can see it. There we go. All right. Back in the day in the 60s, and I found out that was going on in the 50s and 40s by my grandmother and great-grandmother, they loved Best Foods mayonnaise out west. Back east, it's called Hillman's.
Mm-hmm.
The mayonnaise jars back in the 50s and 60s were as thick or thicker than the current brand of jars.
Yes.
And we used to can blackberry jam, apricot jam, applesauce, and all that in the mayonnaise jars.
Tomatoes. Mayonnaise jars were for tomatoes at our house.
Yeah. And I think trying to remember from, what I could remember, I think there were two because we moved back to Southern California, left my grandmother up in Northern California in 65, summer of 65. So in between, from, time I was born and everything, I only remember two of those jars breaking ever in the water bath canner. And that's because they got clunked.
Yes. Your wrist is moving and you bang
picking it up, setting it in there, or someone grabbed it wrong and they dropped it quick and it, hit. Mm-hmm. But interesting thing is, Dr. Paula turned me on to a new mayonnaise because Best Foods changed their formula twice. They started using soybean oil, and then recently they increased the amount of soybean oil, and it tastes nasty as far as I'm concerned.
I just got a refund because their soybean oil is GMO, and I won't eat GMO. So they just refunded my money for 2 jars, and I'm not buying anymore. What did you find?
I found something really cool, and I'm going to show it here. Let me get it up over here. Go to my orders. And she told Dr. Paula told me about this. I go to page 2 because I've been buying a lot of crap lately. Here we go. You're gonna love this stuff. Okay, Primal Kitchen. Avocado oil.
Healthy.
Healthy, real mayonnaise. And okay, come on, get on the backside. There we go. Ingredients: avocado oil, organic eggs, organic egg yolks, organic vinegar, sea salt, organic rosemary extract. That's it. That is it. No friggin' preservatives other than the vinegar, which is, a heck of a preservative anyways. So, and here's the interesting thing on this jar. So I still have this exact same size of the I tried getting the olive oil Best Foods, and it just says olive oil. Second ingredient is soybean oil.
Yeah, that's
So
healthy.
I picked it up. I picked that one up as I took it out because I got rid of it. It's like I don't need it. It tastes nasty itself too. I went to toss it, and I picked up this jar to replace it in the fridge. It's like, dang, this weighs twice as much as the other, and the other one has only had one thing taken out of to make one sandwich. These are thick jars that this stuff comes in. So there's the brand, Primal Mayo, and it's thick jars. I want to word this right. I'm not saying, hey, you can use this for canning. But you can guess what my wife and I are going to do with the empty jars, with all the apricots and peaches and pears. Anyways, I wanted to share that out right there. So, and here, I'm going to drop there's the link for. All right, it's probably not. It may not go to Tammy's side, guys, because I put it into StreamYard. Sometimes it go to both, sometimes it won't. It doesn't look like it's going to both because it doesn't have the other thing on there. So anyways, and it's you go to Amazon, you look at Primal Kitchen um, mayo, real mayonnaise with avocado oil, and it'll come up. And it's actually, I bought one. Next time I order, I'm going to get the 2-pack. Because the 2-pack is a lot cheaper.
Ah.
But I didn't want to buy two if I wasn't going to like it. So I bought one. To me, it's a lot more tolerable than the way Best Foods has gone downhill too. And it's way still much better than It's a Miracle to Whip. All righty, so let's get to some information here. They don't sell Dukes out here. I cannot find. If they do sell Dukes, it would have to be up at Fred Meyer, which bought out Kroger, which bought out someone else. So they may have had a connection link to get that out here. I haven't had a chance to go up there. All right.
That's a very Southern thing. Very good, but very Southern.
All right, so let's go over here. So, guys, you can do the same thing. Here's what I Googled. Anchor canning jars. Okay. And I found some interesting things here as I'm going to go down here. I've got some stuff pulled up from the jar store and some other stuff. But let's go down here to these. Anchor hocking jars are some of our favorites for canning, bottling, food storage. And, the jar store, from the jar store. So that's what they put out about it. So they like that one. But if I go down here to all these, how they have all these little questions things, I looked at some of them are good. Some of them are not so good. When did Ball stop making mason jars? The answer, 1996. So the jars you're getting with the Ball name on them are not made by the original Ball company. Ball exit the glass jar business, for which is widely known. Ball sells its remaining interest in Ball-Foster Glass Company to Groupe Saint Gobain, Gobain, Gobain. Okay, that was in 96. And in the next one here, Ball ceased production of canning jars when its subsidiary Altrista became a separate company in 93. Ball Corporation acquired certain Kerr assets, including factories, in 92, and the Kerr brand glass home canning jars was absorbed into Altrista in 96. Altrista was renamed Jardin Corporation in 2002. And that comes off of Wikipedia. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see here. And here's those blue jars we talked about. Those blue jars were mass produced until 1937 using sand from around Lake Michigan. It was that sand that gave the glass its blue hue.
There was a sand dune, a great big huge dune, and they actually had the train tracks by the dune, filled the train, and actually hauled the entire dune away. It's not there anymore. It was huge. It was 3 or 4 stories, and and so that color came from the minerals in that specific sand, and that's why they've had such a hard time trying to reproduce it in reproduction jars.
Yeah. Now, I'm trying to remember here. Let me drop down for a second. Black Diamond Mines in Pittsburgh, California, and between Pittsburgh and Antioch, and off to the hills away from both of them, was one of the mason jar sand mines. There, and they shipped a lot of the sand over to Hercules by rail, and Hercules is on the basically, it's on the San Francisco Bay, just off the San Francisco Bay. If you go down Highway 4 and you gun it when you hit the last signal, you'll hit a ramp of dirt and you wind up in the bay.
Doesn't sound like fun.
You'd be surprised the number of stupid kids do that with their hot rods.
No.
Trying to be Dukes of Hazzard. You ready, Bo? We're gonna go. Anyways, that shut down back, and now they had the state or no, it's the regional park. This the East Bay Regional Park Service has ownership of the sand mine or the sand mines now, and you can go in there and tour and see how they still. I mean, there's still a lot of sand in there to mine, and it's just like I'm not sure why, but those also had a color hue to them as well, because Black Diamond Mine is named for not the sand but for the coal.
Ah.
So you got coal and sand, and sometimes from the two different mines, the layers overlap. So there's a piece of information for you folks. All right, let's go back over here. And you can see let's see, there's another one. WEC jars. I guess those are the ones with the wire thing on it and it locks down on, right? With the rubber gasket.
Yes. Okay. Or they actually, WEC jars, actually, they don't come over. They have little clamps that go, you put 3 little clamps on the side.
On it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I will bring up actually, I'll do it this way. Control C, boom, boom. Images, so we all can see it. Okay, there we go. So you can see the let's see if I can blow that big. Yeah, so they got little clips that clip on. Okay, cool. I like the color on that one.
The wee yogurt jars are actually WEC jars. You can get the lids and the clamps to fit the wee yogurts if you want to do tiny jellies in them.
Cool. All right, so let me go back over here. So yeah, so was that that's from Williams Sonoma putting out, I guess Williams Sonoma sells them. If they have it on their website, they sell it, or they did. Yes. So if you're interested in those, check out Williams Sonoma. And then I go down farther. Okay, here we go. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Pyrex! Corning divested itself of the Corning Consumer Products Company, now known as Corel Brands, in 1998. And production of consumer Pyrex products went with it. Its previous licensing under the name of Newell Corning Europe remained in effect. Okay, so what happened? Go ahead.
I went out and toured the plant in 1976 or 77 in Corning, New York, named after, of course, Corning.
Yeah. Or the other way around.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what came first, the apple or the chicken or the egg, but they're both named Corning. But
I saw
right by Watkins Glen.
I saw a meme today. It says scientists have proven that the hen came first because the egg requires a certain whatever that only the hen can make. It does not occur otherwise in nature.
Oh, all right. Okay. That's how that works.
All right. So basically, all Pyrex now is made from the lime soda glass. They stopped using the borosilicate glass, which was the real good stuff. So, and basically, when Pyrex got sold off to Anchor Hocking, they made a significant change. They shifted from using the borosite glass to tempered soda lime glass, which means if you own anything manufactured before 1995 from Pyrex and it's all capital letters on it, it's that borosite glass. Take care of it, and it'll take care of you. Now, they going to do a little connecting the dots here. So Anchor Hocking bought it, and Anchor Hocking uses tempered soda lime glass for Pyrex and their canning jars and their cookware. So it's not the good old-fashioned borosilicate glass. It's the tempered soda lime glass. And I think that's the last thing. There's a bunch more. You guys want to learn more? There's a bunch more of these things up here to go through. And here's the question. Why is vintage Pyrex so valuable? Because it's the other stuff. All right. So let's go over here. Anchor Hocking, they have an online PDF catalog. Guess what they do not show in their catalog? Take a wild guess. What do they not show in their catalog? Canning jars.
Oh.
You have to go to a different page on their website to see the canning jars. But they have all the stuff is made by Azure Corine, and the bakeware and the mixing prep bowls are all tempered soda lime glass. All right, and then you go through it, they got a whole thing of there, but there's no canning jars. I went through every page of the PDF, and there is let's go back to the top. There's 80 pages in there. So I went through all 80 pages looking for it. But that's there you want to get. Okay. Hocking glass. Here's all right. So they have a Laurel bakeware side brand, and it says they're tempered tough trademark glass is what all their stuff is made with. Is it as good as the tempered glass that Ball and Kerr and forget the other one that begins with a B, and Pyrex used back in the early 90s and before? No, but it's better than what's coming out now in some of the jars, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, they really went down in quality during the last 2 years. Did I put that diplomatically? The last 2 years.
The red dragon, the invasion of the red dragon.
Yes. Well, yeah. So the quality, they wanted to ship things out fast. There was a high demand, double the usual demand, and they were trying to ship things out really, really fast, and the quality really went down because of that.
Yeah, they didn't want to take the time to do the tempering or the annealing of the glass and stuff. Yeah. So Mark was saying Atlas is another brand that used to be really well tempered as well.
Yes.
I haven't been able to find anything on Atlas on what they make theirs out of. They're just kind of like, we're just not going to say. Other than the fact they're saying it's better than the current ball jars. All right. So let me go to the next one here. And then they do have a canning section. Talk about canning, water bath, pressure. They put their warnings in there and stuff. And they, warning, read and understand all instructions, including pressure canning instructions. Yeah. Now they do have, Anchor Corning does have this other thing here on the bottom. In the event of breakage, please keep as much as the product that may be done safely. Anchor will replace any broken jars, not the result of misuse. Compensation may be available only for the value of the damaged or broken goods, i.e. jars. I don't see anything like that from Ball.
No, it's hard to get them to replace ones that come with manufacturing defects in there, or to even
Yeah.
get a person or any kind of response right now from them. They're not very responsive. I
Yeah.
always liked the Anchor Hocking because they were square.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but because that was just different than the traditional round ones. I love my square Anchor Hocking jars.
You can get more on the shelf too. Because they're not round, they're a little bit square. You pick up just a little bit
tiny
bit space,
of room. Yeah.
Tiny bit of room. But if you got a big, huge shelf, sort of like, do I got that here? Hang on. Sort of like that. So if you have a lot of jars and stuff, yeah, that'll save you stuff. All right. Let's see here. And that's the last one. I already checked those other two, but yeah. So yeah. My wife is basically knows what her mom has from back in the 60s, or not 60s, 70s and 80s and early 90s as far as Pyrex and canning jars are. And so she sort of talked to her on the side. It's like, not, I don't want to speak ill of my brothers, but their wives ain't going to take care of the jars and respect the jars, these old jars for what they are. And she goes, don't worry, you get all the canning stuff. So my wife is happy.
Yes. My aunt gave me over 2,000 jars when she went out of canning. And it took me several, I had a station wagon at the time. It took me several station wagon loads to get those home. And I am still using those jars. And I, some of them were my grandmother's, and then I got my mom's jars. So I am pretty well set for life for jars, but I did buy some. I should dig these out maybe. I did get tempted and buy some recently, and I just happen to have them sitting here. These are to keep my honey in because they got the bees on them.
Hey, hang on. Let me make you big. Let me make you solo on here so you can show that again.
Oh.
So you can show it's got there's a bee on it right there. So I see the bee on the jar. That is cool. That's perfect.
So I did buy that to store my honey. I don't know why. I'm a beekeeper, so I wanted the bees. So they can still sucker me in. Even with all those jars, if they give me a novelty item, they can still sucker me into buying more jars.
Oh, yeah. The, wait a minute. I don't see it. Did I miss that? Dang it. I may have, go down here. Oh, there's cool. This also off their website. So they are doing the annealing process there on the Anchor Hocking jars.
Nice.
Yeah, I am looking for. Shoot, I must have closed that by mistake. Dang it. Go back to the top here because I wanted to show you what they had showing here. Oh, okay. I know what I did. I think it was at, yeah. I think yeah. Okay. So here's they show the jar store has the Anchor Hocking mason jars, 8 ounce, 16 ounce, 32 ounce. Interesting. This is, I'm looking at the price here. This first one right here. This is 32 ounce canning jar, 2-piece lid, standard lid, $12. So $1 a jar for a 12. It's a 12 pack.
I was at the thrift store today, and they were selling an old spaghetti jar for 99 cents. I'm like, who was going to buy it?
Yeah.
It wasn't even a canning jar.
Yeah. The 16-ounce jars with lids are $10.25. So for $1.75 more, you get the 32-ounce jars.
Yeah, the quarts and pints.
Yeah, and then the half pints.
I love their little half pints, little square half pints. I absolutely love Anchor Hockey's little square half pints.
Mm-hmm. And what's interesting is I've seen on some of the stuff when I was looking up, Ace Hardware supposedly is carrying now the Anchor Hocking jars.
Oh, I'll have to check my
They
local.
used to have the Kerr and Ball,
mm-hmm.
and I know up here in Shelley, there people were complaining to them about the jars being crap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they may have stopped carrying the Ball and Kerr jars and let Wally World have those, and then went to the Anchor jars. Now, my daughter says that Winco out here, which is in the Washington, Idaho, Nevada, Washington, California, and Oregon. So it's sort of like like an Aldi on steroids.
Oh, okay.
Sort of like between Aldi and Costco, except they don't have clothing. It's all food. It's big. I mean, it's almost as big as the Sam's Club up here, and all they have is food.
Nice.
And food products like the canning jars. So I have yet to go over there and check them out, and I may be I want to hit them before the first thaw, before people start thinking about gardening and canning, and see if before the prices get up a little bit. But and this whole thing tonight, looking at the history of Ball and Kerr, I didn't look up the history of Atlas. Just kind of chaps my hide. To me, it's like, it's all about the what do I call them? The headhunter accountants, the ones that come into a company. Oh, we can make a problem. Okay, now we need to sell it, and then they sell it to a company that's going to realize, holy crap, this costs a lot to make. There's very little profit margin on these. We're going to change the production on it.
Well, we do have some really good companies that are coming forward now and saying, hey, we need better made in the USA products. And I know like Azure Standard is now selling their own line of jars.
Okay, how do you spell that?
Azure.
Standard,
like the color blue, Azure blue. Yeah, they sell a really good brand of jars now. They have their own brand.
Okay. Interesting. Broad spectrum company.
Yes. They sell a lot of food, and they sell a lot of organic food.
Yeah.
And they're really family oriented.
Canning jars. Boom.
Yep.
Custom Azure jars. Cool.
Yeah.
And 64 ounce. So that's the half-gallon jars.
Mm-hmm.
6-pack for $13. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. And so
it's a co-op style. So you go to you order it through your local area, and you pick it up right off the truck.
On the box here, it says Azure Canning Company, 6 wide mouth half-gallon jars, sealed by Superb. They're selling them with Superb.
Yes. They have the good lids. Yes.
Yeah. So that's a bonus right there. You're getting the superb lids at that price.
Yes. Oh yes. So definitely worth putting a good plug in for them.
Yes. Now I'm wondering if they do. Let's do a little visit here and see if they sell them online.
Yes, you can get them you can order them direct and have them shipped direct to your house.
Cool.
Yes.
Shipping weight for the 6 half-gallon jars is 10.8 pounds, including box. So, yeah, something to look at here.
And that's very new. That's within the last year they've started doing that. So.
All right, let me.
And their food is really good too.
Yeah.
They're GMO free as far as like they sell like I like to order the it's on my wish list. I haven't got it yet. I haven't ordered it yet, but they're wheat because it is GMO free. And then you can grind your own. But I've got to get my grinder.
I thought I must be on the other computer where I have it. So I'm just going to have to add a new one here. Canning. A lot of web links and stuff for canning, cooking, gardening, and everything else. So,
and
cool.
if I remember after this, I will put that link on my description on my side of this video too.
I don't know who it said. Here's a YouTube comparing the two jars, Ball versus Azure. Might be interesting to look at that later on. Hey, Aiden here. How's it going? Joe, Grill Big TV is in the house.
Hey.
Yeah, Kaylin. That is a good price, and those are better. I can just tell those are better than the new Ball half-gallon jars, which cost, I think it's like $18 or $26 for 6 of them.
I know I've seen them for $16.99 at my local Walmart. That was the last price I saw. That was down. They were 18 something during the Red Dragon, and it's come back down to 16 something at my local Walmart.
For a 4-pack or the 6-pack. Because I think
Ball, it might have been the 4-pack.
It's the 4-pack that I've seen Balls in.
Yeah. I think you're right. It was a 4-pack for 16, because it was like 4 something a jar. So you're right. It was a 4-pack.
Let's see here. HA. I'm seeing what it half-gallon canning jars pack. Okay, search. And they do not have, it's not showing up here. Yeah, so it's not in the store. So I got to change my shopping thing to shipping and see if it comes up there on that. Oh, that's they squished the picture. They squished the picture right here. So let's go look at that. See if the picture's still squished. Picture still squished.
6 for $29.
Yeah, $30. So that's $5 each.
Yeah.
And these are wide. These are wide mouth lids on this. Yeah, they squished that picture.
They're all wide mouth for the gallons. They don't sell small mouth gallons. I mean, that I know of. I've never seen one.
What's interesting is the actual gallon jars, which I haven't seen them selling anywhere. Mm-hmm. the lid for those was like twice the size of a wide mouth lid, or the actual gallon jars, not the half gallon. Because we used to get the gallon mayonnaise jars from the restaurants, and we'd use it for our cow's milk. And
Yes.
first thing we do is take the cardboard out of it, clean them, and then we would mineral oil the inside so it wouldn't rust and got screwed on.
Yep.
So what? Hang on, got a question here. So what flats do Azure
Superb.
use there? Superb, yeah, Superb lids. Yeah, the lids. So that's what it said was Superb. So let me so here we go. Make that big. See, sealed by Superb.
Yep.
When is your just as a side note here? When is the next event there that you go and do the?
I haven't got word yet. I'll let you know as soon as I get word on it. I have not heard yet. I haven't actually talked to him since before Christmas. So
yeah, because I may be getting myself in trouble with the staff sergeant. I'm going to try, when for the both of us, and she doesn't know it. Basically, a road trip.
Mm-hmm.
And
so if you could do the food summit and Nash Nurseries at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, it'd be go out, do the food summit, do that, see yeah, and get and pick up some trees from Bill Nash would be absolutely great.
Yeah, I have to get a hold of Paula. We'll have to meet. We figured out it was about halfway, and just as she was talking about that, my internet went out, and then I'm like, I'm still here, but I wasn't. You weren't there. You guys were gone.
Yeah, she was talking about that after on one of her other live stream. Yeah, we're halfway in between. It's halfway in between us. We can all meet there, and Courtney's only 2 hours away from Nash's nursery. You can have a big party.
Yeah, we'll have a picnic. I hope Mr. Nash doesn't mind. We're all bringing blankets and a potluck, and we'll be under the pawpaw trees.
Yeah. All right. I'm just looking here Yeah. Okay. Just checking the side chat for comments there. All right. Go ahead.
If my van had not broke down, I would have went to his chestnut event and been the picking. I had planned to go to that this year, and I saw it. It was advertised. It's not that far from me. I'm like, I am going to go. And then I didn't have a vehicle. So that did not work out again this year. But he has been on my bucket list for about 6 years now.
Okay. I just was Googling something. I typed in Atlas canning jars, and it came up with Atlas canning jars, Hazel Atlas canning jars, vintage Atlas canning jars. I just clicked on the first one, and those blue ones came up. Those blue Atlas
with the bales
came up. Yep.
Those are 1930s and maybe 1940s.
Maybe even earlier.
Maybe. Oh yeah, maybe.
But yeah. And so
who sells the rubber?
Who sells the
rubber
what?
seal? The rubber seals you need for those you can get at the hardware store, at Lehman's hardware store.
Yeah. Whoa. This is a tall. It looks like that's one of the tall lids that people are dying trying to find people remanufacturing those.
Yep. And those jars are heavy. They made some thick glass.
Yeah. Interesting. Anyways, zinc. Yeah, zinc.
Zinc. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Zinc's main danger is when you are welding on zinc treated metal, because then the zinc produces a gas which is dangerous to inhale.
Very bad. Very bad.
Yeah. And anytime when I worked for a construction company, anytime they were doing anything that they knew had zinc on it and stuff, and when they knew a couple days ahead of time they were going to have to work on it, they brought in several gallons of milk for the welders to drink.
Oh,
Because
okay.
something about the milk, whole milk neutralizes the effect of the zinc if they happen to get a whiff. And we had fans blowing to blow it away from them and stuff, but yeah. Cool. All right. More information. Everyone out there, go out and do some. Oh, wow. Do some research on your own. There's your ball atlas. Yeah. So those are your blue glass. So does anybody have any questions in the side chat? Before I give you a secret. Not a question, but he said, Joe's saying, hit the thumbs up. All right. If you're interested in trying to find these old jars and stuff, this is going to sound morbid. Keep an eye out for estate sales. And even if it's not listed as an estate sale, if someone in their 90s passes away, keep an eye out for a garage sale at that address.
Or a living auction before they.
A living auction, yeah. Or just that type of thing to find, and you can probably pick up a lot of stuff. I was on your Facebook page today, Tammy.
Uh-huh.
And I banged my head on the table because of what I saw.
I wasn't in there today. I'm a confession. I have no idea what you're talking about because I haven't looked at my Facebook all day.
The lady posted, I went to Goodwill today and I picked up a 21 quart All-American brand new for $12. I hit that. Why can't that ever happen around me? That had to be back east.
Yeah.
Somewhere. It couldn't be out here in Idaho or in California.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it was like, oh man. Yes, we got several. We have 3 21 quart canners. We have a brand new All-American. We have a used All-American, and we have a Presto. But hey, 1 is none, 2 is 1, 4 is more. We only have 3. I want more.
At that price, I wouldn't have walked away. I'd have been, even if I had to.
Best place to buy gallon jars.
Fillmore Container.
Fillmore Container?
Fillmore Container.
Hang on,
Fillmore
look
Container.
that up here. F-I-1-L?
Yes, I believe.
Fillmore Container.
They have to buy in bulk.
It popped up with 2 L's. We'll see what happens. Fillmore, there we go. 2 L's, Fillmore Container. Oh, new facility.
Yep.
They got a new facility. All right, so take it off the images. There's their website, and they are in Pennsylvania, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania.
May have to buy them in bulk, but that would probably be the best place.
Mm-hmm. I see it right there. The gallon jar with a lid on it.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, hang on. I got to save this to canning. Done. Okay.
Yeah, if you're gonna buy a lot of jars, this is the best place to buy. You can buy them by the pallet load, and they are infinitely cheaper than buying them a few at a time at the grocery store.
Yeah. And what do they have? Oh, lids in all sizes. Oh, so the gallon jars I have that no longer have lids, I can probably get the lids from these guys.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Great. Now,
Another good American company I recommend.
Have you checked with them to see if they make those tall lids like we're seeing on
when I will check with them. I haven't, but I can ask somebody that knows them to ask them. We're supposed to be introduced, but I haven't been introduced yet.
Yeah. The other thing is also the tall canning rings for the glass top lids.
Yeah. I just found a bunch of the ones that are like they've got like the bow tie in them, the cutout. I found a bunch of those at antique store, and I picked up a handful. I'll be right back. I need an intermission. I'll be right back.
Okay. What do we got here? Looking back at the side here. Flats at where to buy the gallons. All right, so glass dome jars, 2 different styles, bale, the neck, banding, metal tabs for the bales. Don't trust those anymore. Yeah, some of the newer ones with the glass top that has that it's got a specific name for it. That's for the tension lock on it with the wire thing. It snaps down and locks on. It has a very specific name for it. I'm having a brain fart on it. All the new ones are, I mean, I look at the wire on it compared to some of the old ones. The wire is a lot thinner. Yeah, but there's other than bale. There's there's a type of like cinching, but it's not cinching. It's I can't think of it. Cam lock. It's sort of like a cam lock type. It's a cam locking because of it, but it's not cam lock either. It's a different one. It was something my grandmother used to talk about, and unfortunately, she's been dead longer than I've been married. Oh, my mom used to talk about those too. But yeah, the wire used on anything new you buy, unless you can find a good place that's remanufacturing it to old specs. Yeah, the new ones and stuff are just. But let me see if I can find something else up over here real quick. Get rid of that. Don't need to see the Wally World's overpriced half-gallon jars. I can't believe that $30 for 6 jars when it's half that price at the other company. Let's see if that comes up. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I had to wake him up for work.
Yeah. Swing top bale jars. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All the ones that I can see out here. Found a company here. Specialty bottle. Let me, so specialty bottle. Click on it. Our swing top bale jars are designed and crafted in Italy. So they're not made in China.
Okay. Well, that's good.
And specialty bottle is 206 area code. Let's see. Contact us. Does it have Seattle, Washington? That's not too far from me. So they got all sorts: blue Boston rounds, amber Boston rounds, green. They got all sorts of jars and stuff. Oh, there's another one to go into for saving to check on later on.
I had never heard of that company before.
Yeah. West Coast thing. That's maybe why you never heard of them.
Yeah, it could be. Oh, hot sauce jars just popped up on the picture down there.
On the ad?
Yeah. They were cycling through his pictures and one with for hot sauce popped up.
Oh, I see that on the thing there. Okay, I see. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah. Huh. And now went to the recipes in the jar.
Did you? I guess I fibbed. I did briefly look at Facebook. The only post I saw, they were advertising that we were just talking about meals in jars, and I'm like, obviously you don't follow my YouTube if you're posting this wonderful new exciting thing you just found out about in my group.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now, Mark was talking about the old style canning jars for the that were bale type. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my grandmother, my great grandmother, and my mom even did a little bit. The only thing they did in the bale type jars was jams. That was the only thing they did in those.
We did tomatoes for a while.
And so with as acidic as tomatoes are, I can see that working out really well.
Yeah.
Now I know
the rubber lid, the rubber seals degraded so quickly.
Yeah, the acidicness of them. Oh, come on, brain work. Shoot, I know right where the company is. It's in Oakland. Get off on 98th Avenue, turn right on Hagenberger. Take out Hagenberger, turn right on the first street, go to the first intersection, turn left. Just past the first block of Bay Rubber.
Ah, there we go.
I know. I've been there for a lot of stuff there. That company, they have acid resistant rubber that you can buy. So you could cut your own out of that, but they acid resistance for making gaskets.
Ah, okay.
For pumps and stuff. So next time I'm back in California, I'm going over to Bay Rubber. Walk in. Hey guys, haven't seen you in 20 years. How you doing? Hey, Soldier Girls Prepper. So silicone rubbers are available.
Yes. I have seen them. I've actually ordered some to replace some of the jars that I had just for storage. They make them in all sorts of pretty colors now.
Yeah. But the silicone rubber you can't can with per se, can you? Not even water bath.
I don't believe it holds up to the heat for canning.
Yeah.
At least not for pressure. You wouldn't want a pressure can for sure.
Joe liked my thinking process. I started going like I was driving to turn it in, and as soon as I turned it, you pass the street on the right. I saw in my mind Bay Rubber. Yeah, like that. Like I said, it's been 20 years since I've been there. Just about 20 years. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of places like that in California. You tell me something, I'll drive you right to it. I can't tell you what the address is, but I can drive you right to it. All righty. Any other questions? All right. So
Lehman's Hardware in Kid Run, Ohio. And they have a catalog. You can order them off the catalog.
Yeah, you can order it online.
LEHMANS.
Go back here.
And I bought them there 2 years in a row now. I've picked up a pack every time I've been in town.
Layman's Hardware.
I had some canister set. I needed the set of them, and they even have the bigger sizes for like the cookie jar canisters.
Yeah, I like what their Lehman's Amish Goods Lehman's Hardware Store. View our catalog, kitchen and food products. Look, there's the canning supplies right beneath it.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't need this thing.
Coupon.
Yep,
see that canner right there? I want that canner. The square water bather that sits on two.
Square water bath one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Dutch oven, cast iron cookware. Yeah.
Oh, my Hulu.
Yeah. What I like about this type of grain mill, it takes a V pulley. So you can hook it up to a 12-volt motor, like off of a treadmill. And instead of cranking it, you have where it goes in the 12-volt with a rheostat on it, you can control the speed. Hey, you got to think prepping when it comes to homesteading too.
Yep. Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, so there it is, Lehman's. Let me go back one and see if I can just go to the homepage. It's throwing up a long one rather than the there's.
And that's where they engraved my canner for me too. So when you see the one that has my logo on it, they took my logo and put it on my canner. And they will do that. Becca's, they put her family's name and
there we go. I was trying to find the short. There it is. There's the link to it. There's the short link to it. Yeah, the sponsored links, they throw a bunch of other crap on there too. So
yeah,
they do it. Ain't in here. I dare not go to their website.
It's hard to go to the store. When I go there, I plan for at least an hour to just walk around. It's beautiful. So many beautiful things. And they do have a cafeteria there that's really good too.
They have several stores though, don't they?
They've been bought out by the two local hardware kind of local hardware. They were best friends, and the one gentleman bought out the other one, so there are two stores now. But this one has been kept original. I don't know about the other one.
Okay. I'm just kind of wondering how far is that from you?
About 3 hours.
3 hours? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where's
4 hours.
Where's it at?
Kid Run, Ohio.
Ohio. Okay. So I'd have to save that for when I go to visit Courtney.
You'll be happy to know that it's about 20 minutes from the food summit.
Oh, cool.
So if you're,
if I make the food summit,
if you make the food summit, you really pretty much kind of go through. If you're coming from my direction, you have to go through Kid Run, Ohio to get to where we're going. Literally, that is the route. Even if we weren't going to the hardware store, that's still the route.
Okay. All righty. More water, guys. Okay, so let me bring up my list over here onto the side here. Oh, for those that are following on Gray Man Prepping as well, I've been doing my morning exercises over there. The one for this morning, I did 527 calories on the Gazelle. Took me about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. Since then, I've done more. I'm now up to 935 calories. So once I get done here, guess what I'm going to do for the next 45 minutes? I'm going to see if I can hit 1,200 calories for today. Leave the card. It ain't the card that I got to worry about. It's all these I keep in my wallet. And all the ones that my wife keeps in her wallet.
I had those in my wallet for a few minutes today, but then I paid the property taxes and they're all gone.
Yeah. All right. So coming up here for this week, tomorrow on Gray Man Prepping, the topic is, are you prepared to do what's necessary? Now, it's not exactly what you're thinking of. It's, are you prepared to do what's necessary to get prepared?
Okay.
And so we're going to be talking a lot of hard choices to make to get prepared. And I will throw in a couple minutes on what you think. First thought I was talking about, folks. Midnight Ride is on Thursday at midnight, Thursday night, not morning. Friday back here, we're talking electric fences, so we're talking livestock. And so we'll be talking that on Friday. Saturday, make sure I got the right one here on it. So I've been shifting it around to work with Paula and Dr. Jack Wolfson. We're trying to get Dr. Jack Wolfson to come in, and we're going to be doing a. It looks like it's going to be in April now because Jack's so busy in March. So coming up in April, knock on wood, everybody. We're going to get Jack Wolfson, the heart doctor, in here with Dr. Paula, and we got 2 video things we're going to, I've sent them out from the review. The British did, and these are sent to, the one was sent to me by Suzanne Goulet. She sent me the one from the Brits. They did a challenge over there with some celebrities. 30 days eating fast foods.
Ooh.
Yes, they did. They broke them up in the groups. All right, this group's going to do pizza for the first week. You're going to do hamburgers. You're going to, and they had several people. The doctors yanked them from it.
Yeah. Because
they developed heart problems. They delivered other problems, hypertension, high blood pressure, sleep apnea.
Ooh.
So that's what So that's what we're going to be talking about when we get Dr. Wolfson in sometime in April. So keep your fingers crossed, knock on wood, and hopefully we can get them in there. All right. So, but this Saturday on Survival Saturday, the topic is life is hard. Woman up. I knew you would like. And yes, it comes because of my grandkids. They, every now and again, they get on a kick of watching a specific video. Lately, it's been Frozen. Last month, it was Megamind. Before that, it was Big Hero 6, where Go-Go goes, woman up! And so, hey, our cabin in the woods. And so that's what's coming up on Saturday is Life is Hard, Woman Up. Are we making our, hang on, I got to shift over so I can read the whole subcontext on it. Are we making ourselves soft and weak? And I got some examples I have for it is we're going to talk about multiple heating zones for our beds. What's with that? Hard, soft settings for the beds. Heated seats in the car. Oh, I got to have my tush warmed up. But yeah, we're going to talk about Life is Hard, Woman Up. And then next Monday, canning, breads, and cakes.
Oh, okay.
So that's what we're going to be talking about next Monday. And that's something I really got to figure out how to, I got to actually try to do here. In between, once I get the shop done, I have more time. And I go out there, work on it till my fingers turn on. Then I come in, I defrost, and I get on the Gazelle for a little bit. Then I go back out there. Must have. I must be slacking because I don't have all that zone heating stuff. And Mark said, yes. And let's see here. Yeah, that's what's coming up for the next week. And we got some other interesting stuff coming up. Not next Monday, but the following Monday, people. Canning dairy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So we're going really rebel on that one.
Yeah.
You can't can dairy. You can't can butter. You can't can milk. What do you mean? The commercial people do it. Why can't we? Well, they paid us money, so you can't say you can't do that. So that's some of the stuff coming up here, and hopefully we'll see you around. But tomorrow night, once again, is what are you? Are you prepared to do what's necessary? That's on Gray Man Prepping. Thank you, Tammy, for coming up.
All right, no problem. Thanks for inviting me.
News. How's he doing?
He's doing really good. He's up to 5 pounds. They just announced, so I can say his name is Grayson. So they just made their announcement, so I can say it.
Okay, so it's Grayson. Cool.
Yes.
Screw that nonsense. People will do it. Yeah, exactly. Especially, and if they're smart, they'll do it right, Kaylin. And that's what we're going to be talking about, doing it right. And let's double check anyway, popped in there. Okay. I've done it all: breads, cakes, brownies. The last one is one my wife is going to want to learn to do because she is a chocoholic. She loves brownies. She loves her Ghirardelli brownie mix with adding in an extra 2 cups of the Ghirardelli micro mini chocolate chips into it. And then she has big things of the old fashioned Hershey powdered stuff, and she makes a Hershey frosting for it. Oh yeah. Oh,
Texas sheet cake
chocolate
style.
overdose.
Yes.
Chocolate overdose.
No such thing. No such thing. No. Doesn't happen.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm dragging this out a little bit long, but I have to say that my mom, who was a chocoholic, my sister, who was a chocoholic, and my wife met their match in Disney World. I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but it's on the riverboat. It is black tie to get in there. Reservations are 6 months out.
Mother.
So there's something called chocolate decadence, and they got one piece. It was a triangle about the size of a normal pumpkin pie. It was that thick. That's all it was, that thick. The 3 of them could not finish it. So yeah, there is. So people that say, "Oh, I can never have too much chocolate," you gotta plan your trip to Disney World at least 6 months out, so you can get the reservation to go to the riverboat restaurant there, black tie, formal dress, and chocolate decadence. Needless to say, your eyes will be like the eyes will be like a slot machine. All right, see you later, Tammy.
Bye.
Hey, Glenn, how's it going? All right, so everyone, thank you for your contributions in the side chat. And those that are just coming in late, you're going to want to go back. I did drop a couple of the links in there, but I showed some stuff on there for the Anchor Hawking store page. We put up Lehman's page. We put up Azure Azure Canning Jars, their page, specialty jars, their link was up there too. I should have dropped that one link in the into the thing. Fillmore Container, I dropped that link there as well. And see if I can find the other one here. I can't find it right now. I was trying to bring it back up. But actually, I can do it this way. Hang on. Make sure I get the. I forgot to drop the one link, so I'll drop it now. History. Come on, where is it? Come on, I know I went there. Specialty bottle. That was it. Specialty bottle. So you go to their homepage. There it is. So here's the link for specialty bottle where you need, if you need to order, gallon jars and anything like that. That specialty bottle, there's their link there. They also have lids and stuff, all sorts of different type jars and everything else. So there's that one. All right, I got everything. Hey, Camel and Bows. Yeah, I'm just wrapping it up. So everybody, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow over on Gray Man Prepping. That's at 10 o'clock Eastern, Tactical Tuesday. And we've got a great topic for that. So stay happy, stay safe, plant an indoor garden if you can, even if it's in just a 5-gallon bucket. See you around, guys and gals.